What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner, coming at you with something heavy today. First of all, real quick, it appears that Chucky Schumer done agreed to reopen the government, which was a very wise choice because he shouldn't have shut the government down anyway, because anybody with some practical sense knows that that was all done for political reasons and also to kind of strong arm the Republican Party into addressing DACA, not because they really care about all of the forgotten children, the dreamers, probably because those dreamers are going to one day equate into voters. So, of course, it's politics as usual, but I will say this. If I was a military person or a police officer, I would probably never, ever, 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 ever vote Democrat again. The Democrats do not care about laws. They don't care about structure. They don't care about none of that stuff. They just care about their voters, and they also care about power. And I was wondering to myself during this shutdown, like, Chucky boy, first of all, from the words of Ricky Bobby, this is America, greatest country on the planet. You understand that, amigo? So with that being said, why would you focus on shutting down the government over people who technically are not American citizens yet? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't do something for the DACA recipients, but I am saying you never just say, let's push Americans to the side and focus on issues that, one, we're not supposed to even be solving right now, and two, has nothing to do with the American citizens per se. So don't get me wrong when you listen to this. I don't want hate mail, but I will say that we have to prioritize and say, yeah, we're going to deal with DACA, but right now we're supposed to be dealing with the American citizens. And I wish Chucky would learn. Where's the way? He need counseling. He need counseling by someone wise enough to tell him, you're going to, once again, cause a lot of Americans to see through the Democratic Party and the fact that they're not really in the corner of Americans. Where's Yoda? Yoda needs to counsel Chucky boy. He needs to hit him with the learn, you will. Ooh, shutdown, not good. He needs some Yoda counseling right now. So if he gets his mind together, maybe he could salvage his party, which I doubt, because they're also plagued with a lot of other stuff that's going on. Now, back to what I was going to say. About to lay something heavy on you, man. I was watching over the weekend the Women's March, and they were marching, and a lady came up to him and said, "Why are you marching?" And this lady said, "Because I have to. I have to." And she said, "Well, why?" "Because our country is in the worst. It's gotten so bad. And I have to do something to protect them from rolling back all of our rights." And I thought to myself, so bad? I mean, who's inflating this? Where are you getting that data from? So bad. Now, it's been one whole year gone by. Maybe I can give it to you. The first year when Trump came into office, people who didn't know what was going to happen, they were plagued by the manipulation of the liberal media and the Democrats when it comes to creating mayhem and creating fear. What fear is false evidence appearing real. Not real. It's that same thing that happens when you walk into a dark room and you hear a noise and you think that it's the boogeyman, and you take a quick break to the left to try to run out the room and boink, bust your head to the white meat, cut the light on, and realize there's nothing in the room. I was scared for nothing. And the Democrats are masters in creating that type of fear. Before Donald Trump got elected, if he gets elected, the whole economy is going to implode. If he gets elected, gays and lesbians are going to be taken out into the middle of the field somewhere and forced to work in labor camps. Black people are going to be thrown on boats and taken back over to Africa. Women are going to have to be barefoot and pregnant and get in the kitchen and shut up and all of that stuff. And yet nothing has happened. None of that. So what happened is when you create the perception of fear, it is unwarranted. It is just nothing more than an illusion. And you wonder why that when people come out from underneath the Democratic Matrix, when they take that red pill, we joke about it and we say, man, I took my red pill 2-3 years ago. I've been off the Democratic plantation for about 5 years. You hear all of these people saying that. And the reason they're saying this is because the Democrats create a false reality for people. I saw one of the congressmen a couple weeks ago when he was grilling the Homeland Security secretary. He was grilling her and he made statements like, in my district, I have people literally scared to come out of their houses. They're scared. And when I got the phone call about what Trump said, I had tears of rage. Now, I'm thinking to myself, can we interview some of these people you're referring to? And so I can ask them, why are you scared to come out your house? As if they're just, looking out the curtain like, any minute now, if I go out there, they're going to arrest me and throw me in jail for being a Muslim. Any minute now, they're going to grab me and drag me out to the cotton field because I'm black. And to create this type of panic, that is false fear, false evidence appearing real. And so what the Democrats do is they make a large portion of our society. Now, this is heavy psychology. I hope you're ready for it. They make a large group of our society live basically in the matrix, meaning they suspend their ability to gauge life and what's happening around them by what their eyes and ears see and hear. They say, instead of me walking outside and saying, okay, I don't see or experience the things that I see them saying in the media on a regular basis, a consistent basis, but yet I still believe these things are happening on a large scale, versus saying, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not seeing that. And that is why Republicans and conservatives live in reality. They're not buying into this matrix that everything is horrible. Everything is the worst. I can't believe this stuff is happening. They're rolling back our rights. Which rights are you referring to? What are you talking about? Remember Loretta Lynch got on and released her little video talking about, I know this is hard. We've been through this before. We're going to get through this again. And I'm thinking, would you define this? What you're doing is you're just throwing out terms that will scare people and allow them to fill in the blanks of what this is. So they walk away going, well, yeah, for me, that this could be my government assistance, or that this could be me getting drug out of my car and beat by a police officer because I'm black. Versus looking at the facts, the data, how many black people get beat on a yearly basis and it's unlawful. Not looking at any of the real details, we just get into this panic of fear. And they live in basically a matrix. Whereas Republicans or conservatives go, I'm not seeing that in my everyday lifestyle. And I'm not basing it on the fact that maybe I live in a certain environment. With me, I travel all over the place. So I get a chance to see all types of environments. And if you were to watch the news, if you were to listen to the Democrats, you would think you would be seeing this as you're riding through the neighborhoods like, man, I am watching people getting drugged all over the place, beat. I'm watching them force women to cover their faces, and people are really living in fear, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going, that's not what's happening. So I'm very glad to be out of the Democratic matrix. And so when you look at that party, my suggestion to everybody in our society is, before you buy into the mayhem, before you buy into the matrix that they have plugged you into, stop and say, hold up. Would I rather live according to the Democratic reality that they're trying to paint, the media's reality that they're trying to paint, or do I want to live outside of that and be able to see that life isn't exactly what they're trying to tell me it is? Because they're telling me this for a reason. They're telling me this so that I will scaredly run down to the poll and vote Democrat because I'm afraid that the other party is evil and they're creating all of the horrific situations that the Democrats are saying exist. And in reality, they don't exist. And so Donald Trump's 1 year anniversary has come up and nothing has changed. Things have gotten better. I'm listening to this lady on TV and I'm thinking, so wait, things have gotten so bad. Does that mean the fact that women's unemployment is at an all-time low, black people's unemployment is at an all-time low, the country is safer than it's been, and it appears that things are moving in the right direction, but yet you're on TV marching for nothing. Gave up your Saturday, could have been out golfing, hanging out with your friends, but you're marching for nothing. No demand. Somebody run up to you, put a mic in your face. You throw out just general statements with no data. Life is horrible around here in America. Things have gotten so bad. Our rights are being rolled back. Everybody is in such turmoil and fear and concern. Please give us some terms, some data, something. Just give us some facts. You know what? I'm just speaking in general. I just get the feeling that everyone feels this way, and that's when you need some wise counsel, and you need somebody to step in and say, look, calm down, take a breath, and tell me what happened. It's like a kid that comes in the house, and you're like, what happened? Calm down, tell me what happened. They out there treating me mean, they being mean to me. And you going, well, what did they do? They was just looking at me, and you find out that really it was nothing. It was their perception of what was going on that caused them to go into this panic. And that's what the media does. That is what all the liberals and snowflakes running around are doing. Panicking for nothing, marching for nothing, complaining for nothing. It's ridiculous. And yet they're overlooking the manipulation that their own party is doing to drive them to the poll. You know what I've just learned through this whole shutdown? That the Democrats are the lawless party. These cats major in subverting the law, bending the law, winking at the law when it benefits them. When you look at some of the major things in our society that really we should be enforcing, and it shouldn't even be a debate whether it's right or wrong. It's funny how they always kind of go, it ain't that bad. I mean, start with just immigration alone. The fact that people violated coming into the country, that should really shut down the argument right off grip. So to defend that lets me know that you're the lawless party. Right off grip, you're going, people got to do what they got to do to survive. And that's all I'm saying. And I'm going, okay, I'm not saying we need to be extremely just that hard on these people and heartless, but I am saying that you got to recognize the fact that they broke the law to come into the country. And when you look at sanctuary cities, the lawless party is the ones that say, we're going to do whatever we want to do because we're lawless. Because it's more important for us to accommodate people that aren't Americans right now and people who have broken the law, because this is going to help us with our free labor or our cheap labor. And it's also going to help us when it comes to voting. And we're going to pretend that it's because of our humanitarian movement that we're compassionate. But we're going to do that, and we're going to subvert federal law. We are the lawless party. We're going to be that party that says, we want all the details about the Russia collusion. We want to see all the facts. Bring us the data. Let us read through all of the documents and get to the bottom of this situation. But now that the memo has come out that the FBI was involved in putting together all of these facts and dossiers and taking FISA warrants that aren't really legitimate, taking that to the judge like, yo, judge, man, hook us up. You don't need to read all the facts and data. Trust us. When all of that stuff comes out, you got all of the Democrats running down there and reading the memo, and all the Republicans went down, read the memo, no Democrats. They don't want to see that. They're like, don't fit our narrative. That might expose that we're the lawless, corrupt party that actually would do whatever we got to do to survive and stay in power. Now we find some text messages that came out that suggested Loretta Lynch knew that Hillary was not going to be indicted. Yeah. So when you talk about that party, why would you believe or trust the reality that that party is creating when they don't care about the law? All they care about is power, money. That is it. That is, in the words of Ricky Bobby, that is it. That is it. So moving forward, I encourage every viewer, every person out there to just use some common sense. Pop the red pill, man. What y'all waiting on? You know, for black people who are just so loyal, blindly loyal to the Democratic Party and other minorities, I ask you, look at the shutdown. When is the last time they have shut the government down for us? When is the last time they say, you know what? You guys are out there. You've been in this country as American citizens for hundreds of years. You've contributed to society, and yet your neighborhoods suck, a lot of them. Your school system sucks. Your infrastructure sucks. And we're going to shut the government down. There's violence, there's crime, there's black on black deaths constantly. We're going to shut the government down for you guys. That's what we're going to do until you guys, until the government invests more money into the inner cities, to the government, make sure your school systems are running right. They don't do that. The Democratic parties never say, let's boycott progress so that the African American communities can be corrected and dealt with. No, they don't do that. You know why? Because they assume we already got them in the matrix. They are plugged in already. They land back thinking the reality is one way and it's totally different. Got them thinking that everybody's racist and against them. Yeah, got them lean back like, okay, shh, lay back. Everybody's a racist. Shh, 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 go to sleep. Everybody hates you. Shh, shh, shh. You're a victim. Shh, 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 shh. All it takes is for you to just unplug and wake up, and you'll see that they've been gaming you this whole time. And so this heavy message is for all of those that don't see through it and don't realize they are in the matrix, man. They're still dealing with the lawless party. They're still dealing with the party that plays a lot of games and manipulations. Now, I'm not saying that the Republican Party is squeaky clean. We know they're just as corrupt in certain areas as well. But it is absolutely clear and obvious to anybody who's willing to open their eyes that the Democratic Party is completely lawless and corrupt and created a huge matrix of reality for a lot of our citizens and got them running around, marching, whining, complaining, boycotting for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Stay at home on a Saturday, okay? Relax. Don't make things a problem unless there's a problem. All right? Trump, he was sweet when he told the women, great, good job. Stay out there marching in the sunshine. Celebrate the fact that women's unemployment is at an all-time low. See, he's throwing out stuff to show you you are mad for nothing. You're mad based off of this reality that doesn't exist, but was created by the liberal media and the DemoRats. And you're going to probably stay mad as long as you agree to participate in their false reality, the matrix that the Democrats have created. So hopefully you'll get this message. Hopefully those that are watching, and I suggest that anybody that's on my channel, pass this on to anybody that's still in the matrix and let them evaluate it themselves. Tell them to walk outside, walk around, do some traveling, go some places and see if all of this horrific mayhem, danger, rights being rolled back, if all of this stuff really exists, or is it a false reality that has been created to manipulate the minds of the public? And I think they'll come to, well, no, I'm not even going to assume, because I thought by now everybody would have saw through it anyway. So, I mean, if they don't, they don't. If they do, great. All right, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. I'm about sick of the lawless party. I cannot wait for this memo to come out so we can shut down all of the garbage about the Russian dossier, Trump dossier and the Russian collusion and all of that garbage that they've been pushing. You know, can't wait for that to happen. If I'm you, I suggest that we all just tweet, call everybody, yo, release the memo. I cannot wait. I'm going to be sitting outside of Congress waiting Like, come on, open the doors. Like I'm waiting for the new release of a Star Wars movie, camped out or something. Like, ooh, memo, I read, yes. I'm gonna be ready for it, man. So, if you like this video, click like, share the video. And, oh, one other thing, I made a video about marijuana. I want to make something clear. If you use marijuana for medical reasons, I have no problem with that. And really, frankly, as a conservative, whatever you do personally, I'm not judging you. I don't care. I was talking about the legalization of marijuana on a large scale and just some pros and cons. Frankly, that is a topic that I'm not so adamant about that I'm willing to go to bat or war over. Now, I have an opinion about it. I would prefer, that it not be legalized, but it's not such a topic to where I'm really going to split that type of hairs where I'm going, man, no. It's just a thought. I wanted to throw that out there, but definitely for those that responded on my last video about, hey, man, I got medical reasons. Do what you do. I'm not going to tell you not to take your medicine. That's on your personal stuff. I told you, as a Republican or as a conservative, I don't have a problem with people doing what they do, as long as you don't want to do what you do and make me do what you do as well. Do your thing. Just don't do your thing with my thing. That's all I'm saying. All right. Anyway, I'm still going to be reviewing the questions that people wanted to know. One of the subscribers said, you know what? We want to know some personal things about you. Would you tell us some things about yourself? And I said, what do you want me to do? It's kind of odd. And I worry about paparazzi too, So I'm like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? What do you want to know? So I said, throw out any questions that you just want to know about me. I said I'll answer 10 of them. I haven't comprised the top 10 yet. So if you have a question you want to know about Kevin's Corner, whatever, just go ahead and put it in the bottom and we'll address it. If you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there are links in the bottom. And also, if you can, follow me on Facebook, Twitter. I also have a Minorities for Trump page on Facebook as well. And we'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner. God bless. Hey, release that memo. Can't wait to see what that got to say.